Holters, the Punany poets, verbal penetration.
Oh, penetrate me.
The war between tops and bottoms. Late. Her hips pressed against my ass. Hot. Because he was watching. It's like that. It could be. But what she really wants to do is fuck a man in the ass. Like that? Yep. She's never done it before. I lied not knowing it yet. 45 minutes in a bridge ride later, my phone rang. Booty call, booty call, booty call. I wondered if I could download that ring and set it for the men who phone disrespectfully after 10 o'clock p.m. It was 2:15 in the morning. Is it cool? I'm on my way to your pad. I looked at my woman as if to ask permission. She returned a sly glance as if to say, bring it on. 5 minutes inside, he was just parking, but she was already showered and strapped. I had seen her that way many times. Her plump ass squeezed between 3 black leather straps, holding in place a 9-inch dick that I handpicked from Good Vibrations to match the John Henry hunk of the man I used to call my husband. It was large, slightly flexible, jet black, and bulged with human vein-like texture. I had a special relationship to this dick. It was mine. And I was particular about it. To me, it was as real as any dick. As in relationships, it would only stray if I got careless and lost it. Or as in tonight, chose to give it away. It was huge next to her small body, but trust. She wore it and used it like she had grown it. She was soft butch, bisexual by admission, and beautiful by even Hollywood standards. If she were an ice cream, she'd be a Creole mocha blend. A tiny package she was, full of surprises, hairs on her chin, egotistical, and a Taurus. Even her cum smelled like a man's. Yet her breasts were nearly as large as mine, and I was busting provocatively out of a double D. I'd lie if I said living this life didn't bring thoughts of Jerry Springer to my mind from time to time. I giggled like the child I felt like, anticipating nowhere to hide. She made a cup of coffee, sipped it while wearing nothing but the dick strap, and I blushed. Abandoned her to the shower. Doorbell rings. I scrubbed and tried to wash off the vodka so I could know that this was really happening. Now let me get this straight. Rinsing my cigarette breath again. Spitting water. My former lover is coming over to let my lesbian lover fuck him in the ass. I shook my head a couple times, but the thought was still there. My heart would not stop racing. It wasn't sexual excitement. I was pretty sure of that. It felt more like nerves that flutter about your stomach when you know you've done something wrong and your mama has found out, but you haven't made it home yet. And your sister's running toward you shouting, "Oh, you gon' get it." Accepting the inevitable, you can only hope she falls. I had known her for as long as I had known my own sexual being. I was a virgin when we met. He introduced me to the freak in me and has kept her skills on point for nearly 20 years. But never this way. Damn! My mama told me he was gay. I was thinking this when he stepped into the shower, washed my body, kissed me everywhere just like he used to, and did that thing that he does with his thumbs, massaging my inner thighs down to the bone, gently stretching my pussy with circular motions until I had the urge to press down and give birth to another level of our homie lover friendship. I was melting in the heat. I cooled the water down, kissed the softest lips I'd ever known, and said goodbye to lovemaking as I had known it with him. My mama and the women of her generation would have stopped us dead in our tracks, because there are some things you just don't hang out to dry, and what was going down tonight was definitely going to leave some dirty laundry. She made it easy to get started. She didn't believe in awkward moments. He stepped out of the shower. She pushed me into him. He held me tight, lit a joint, passed it around. The kissing commenced quickly. I couldn't suck her pussy with the strap on and her legs so tight like they always are for me. So I sucked her dick, then his. He ate my pussy, then tongue kissed her ass. She ate my pussy, then tongue kissed him, then put her tongue to his rim for a very long time. He wanted to enter her. She wasn't having it. I stepped out of the room to grab 2 rubbers while they decided who's on top and what's on second. I don't know. Third base came so quickly I didn't have time to think. I sat back and took a lesson in testosterone, waiting just a few moments to see if he would give up the ass right away. A few more of her famous tongue lashings inside and outside of his asshole, and she was going to be in there. I couldn't bear to watch him go out like that. I mean, I wanted to know, but I couldn't watch. So I did what any woman in denial about the sexual preference of a man she loved since childhood would do. I slipped my body under his, shoved my hips into his. I spread my legs, spread them wide, opened my pussy up in the candlelight, wet my finger, slapped my clit, pushed 2 fingers in and out of myself, testing the waters with my own tongue, and attempted to flood the room with the intoxicating pheromones of my good pussy. But all I could smell was his ass. Yeah. As she dug into him with such aggression, her force urged him deeper inside of me. Part of me hoped for a fast win in this war between tops and bottoms for the sake of my health. Because this was 2004 and I had been fucking a man who desired a dick in his ass for nearly half my life.
Damn.
The other parts of me were extremely turned on, extremely jealous and angry over how I had been a sexual fool, seeing all the signs, heeding no warning. What was more, I hadn't even been giving him what he was really looking for. My body grew hotter, and as he kissed me and briefly remembered me calling my name, I drew my pussy like an M16 and fired into the dark. I spread my thighs wider, He spread my thighs wider, fucked me with his tongue, sucking my fat pussy lips on the upstroke. A couple of feet away, I could hear her tongue lathering up his ass. His hips began to roll. Pow! She slapped it with the magical sting and raised his ass high up into the air with the power possessed in her fingertips. My man was now my woman's bitch. And the 9-inch dick I had handpicked from a little Berkeley sex boutique that reminded me of my husband and gave to my lesbian lover to fuck me with was now in my soulmate's ass. Deeply. In his ass. Stop, he pronounced. Candy in my ears. She withdrew. He caught his breath, then whispered, "Tell her to put it back in." My pussy got numb. He continued to fuck me, I think. Mostly, she fucked him. She fucked him and busted so many times before they finally came together. Their unifying moans and grunts were like a song, a dirty rap song. I added some curse words and moans of my own, but my pussy was only wet with her juices, as they shot on his ass and thighs and dripped down to tease me. But he still wanted to enter her. In 4 years, I hadn't even put a finger inside of her. She almost didn't lay down for that. gave it the political lesbian try before her legs were spread so far apart I didn't recognize her or her porn star vocabulary. The pair weren't fighting anymore. Thank you, thank you, thank you, he repeated emphatically over and over as he dressed. He really meant that shit. I had 2 G's in my bed, giving me the kind of truth you don't even get in church. I had no reason to be mad. I set the whole thing up. I had asked for a pass to a game that was not for suckers. He wanted something that I wasn't willing to give, and now that I know this, I can choose not to put myself at risk. I wasn't mad anymore, because I was no longer a fool. Just maybe a little grossed out. I mean, except for the fact that the entire room smelled like his ass. It might have even been cool.
Damn.
But the thought of where his ass goes, or nights he can't find a woman so willing to engage in anal play, was a little bit scary. It was 4:15. He went home to his wife. I drank my girl's cold coffee, sat down at my computer, and ordered a new dick.